want to do is clarify what the conflict is. What is aggravating them? Make certain that you understand, because if you don't understand, any future conversation isn't going to get you anywhere. You're not going to be resolving it in a successful way. Then pause and say to yourself, now that we understand what the issue is, do we have the right players on the call or in a meeting? You want to make certain that you do have the right people in the room, because otherwise your solution that you may come up with may not work for others, whether they're upstream or downstream from that particular issue. So you want to think about it not just from policy standpoint, but also think about it from a process and a system standpoint. Listen actively to everyone. Again, don't tune them out. Don't think you know what they're talking about. Listen, because what should result from active listening is making certain that you're taking into consideration everything that you need to in order to resolve the situation. And then I tell oh, yes, Kim, go for it.
No, I was just going to say this one comment came in that's particularly pertinent. It says, don't have the conversation when you're actively annoyed.
Oh, yes, that is a great one. And I should have said that from the onset. Sometimes there's a good tactic of buying yourself a little time to calm down and to allow everyone in that heated moment to calm down. It could just be as simplistic as, hey, I'd like to schedule a Zoom meeting, but I need to know your availability. While you're coordinating everyone's schedule and finding the right day and time, it could buy you that time to calm down a little bit. I think that's a great one. And then as it relates to evaluating potential solutions, there's lots of people that think to themselves, oh, I have an idea, but I can't propose it because there's no way we can work it out from an IT standpoint. Or, oh, it involves this other office, and I don't think that they're going to be agreeable to changing their process. I don't allow myself to restrict my thought processes, because I think that when you do that, when you think a system won't allow it, an office won't allow it, a person won't allow it, you may overlook a solution that not only is a win-win for your office and for the customer that's complaining, but it may also be a win-win from a solution standpoint and another office's standpoint. So truly throw out every possible solution. And then you're going to weigh the pros and cons of them. Collectively, the group should agree on the best solution, but then they need to go a few steps further and identify who will do what and when. You want to bring it to reality, bring it to fruition. And the only way that you're going to do that is to assign responsibility, define what those responsibilities are, and agree on a timeline. And then last but not least, once you implement whatever that solution was, follow up, evaluate, and make certain that it is working as you anticipated. Sometimes you may need to tweak the process a little bit, but following up allows you to confirm all of that, to make certain that the solution that was selected really is the winning solution. Okay, one more slide. So this is conflict solutions, and it's really just kind of a summary slide, but I do want to add a few additional points. So identify the conflict cause, avoid the common mistakes that we just talked about, utilizing the proven techniques that were on the last slide, collaborate on solutions. I can't tell you how many times the wrong people are in the room, and therefore effective collaboration doesn't occur. And then through going through this cycle over and over again, you do build trust. Now, Kim mentioned something a little while ago, emails, and so I want to share a tip there as well. I think that we often hide behind emails. We think that emails are an immediate and best solution, but in actuality, they are a large contributor to misunderstanding and lack of communication. And they take a lot of time, and before you know it, your email thread is 20 deep. And so I would suggest to you, if you aren't able to resolve an issue within less than 5 emails, and I'm talking about quick emails, I'm not talking about paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. If you aren't able to resolve an issue within 5 emails, you really should be meeting, having a Zoom call, having a teleconference. And you shouldn't be afraid of those, because those are the best way possible for you to build relationships and build trust amongst one another. One final tip. If you are compelled to write an email that has paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of information, That's another indicator that you shouldn't be writing an email. Instead, you should be having a dialogue. The more paragraphs, the more words that you use, the greater likelihood that misunderstanding is going to occur.